Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be planning the week of April 21st to the 27th in my memory planner, and I'll be using CaressPress April Mystery Kit, which is called Sunday Vibes. And this was my first week of work, so it definitely didn't feel like Sunday vibes, but I just wanted to use up all the kits that I have. So I thought those fit perfectly in April. Anyway, so this is a mystery kit, so you do get extra full boxes and the 15mm washi. Then this came with the glimmer foil bundle. Oh, I didn't even realize it's mixed metal. So it's pink and purple, my favorite colors. Or technically purple is my favorite, or lavender. So anyway, I will speed through putting down the base. Okay, moving on to this week, day by day. So that kind of worked out. So on Monday, it was my first day of work, or before I did that, I published the Plan With Me, which, yep. Plan With Me. And to mark first day of work, I think I might just use this green fancy label. It was very low-key, so I didn't really do much. I had pretty much just orientation, so yep. And then that's not going to fit. Actually, I might just use this one. And then, well, now I'm going to have to use it. So my work hours are from 9 to 6 plus a 1 hour lunch break, or including a 1 hour lunch break. So then I watched, like, it was really low-key where I could just do things in between. So I was watching Suits LA because my orientation wasn't until later that day because there were 2 different time zones, so they just did it at one go instead of 2. So why did I put that? I don't know. I put a TV icon for HR orientation, which I'm going to switch to maybe a computer, even though that's not really my monitor because it's a laptop. Anyway, so after that I did have some compliance training, which, let's see. compliance training. Then I also had IT training. IT systems orientation. Then I wrote down that Pope Francis passed away. The day after Easter too. So, and after that, or I don't know what time he passed away, but I just forgot to mark it earlier in the day. But anyway, I watched Tracker and Watson. So that is Monday. On to Tuesday, which I totally forgot to zoom in. I had work from 9 to 6 as well, but this was also my first day in the office, and they actually just moved into this office in January, I believe, so that was really nice, or like it's relatively new. So yep, and the layout is very interesting. So I only have to go into the office technically after my training period. I only have to go in Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then there's a Monday Wednesday team and a Tuesday Thursday team, so that way you pretty much they minimize like how many like floor space they need. So it's only 4 floors, and the first, or like the main, like the lowest floor is the IT team, or IT and I don't know, other positions, I don't really know. Then the 4th floor is like half of it is like training and a little bit of office space, and then the other half is like the pantry, where it's like really big, like you can gather a lot of people, if that makes sense. And then the 4th, or that was the 4th floor. Then the 5th and 6th floor are the office spaces, and they pretty much divided it between so 2 teams pretty much share like this space, but they both go in 2 separate days, and that is a mandatory thing. So I was like, heck yeah. But it's kind of really smart how they did it, because Monday Wednesday people, they sit in their seats, then Tuesday Thursday people sit in their seats, but instead of having multiple floors for like everybody, that way everyone has a nice hybrid schedule, if that makes sense. But although Monday Wednesday people, they actually get the benefit of having to not go to the office Thursday Friday, so kind of benefited them, but it's fine. I don't mind going in twice a week regardless, so it's still nice. Anyway, moving on to Tuesday, I went to work, which was my first day of, like, they call it boot camp training, so it was very boot camp-ish. So anyway, I guess I can mark work with, I'll use a bigger appointment label. So I totally forgot, I don't know, maybe I wasn't going to make a script that said first day of training, but pretty much my training was until the following Tuesday. It was 1 whole week, or technically, yeah, 5 days, but Friday was actually a compliance training, so we pretty much worked on whatever compliance mandatory trainings we had to do. So yep, and then after that, or for breakfast, I got Starbucks because I wasn't sure. I kind of knew what was around, so it was either Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks for breakfast, and that is my go-to breakfast because for some reason my stomach does not sit well if I know I have to get on a train, and yeah, it's just very bad. Anyway, so moving on from that conversation, yep, this sticker. It was also Earth Day, so I just marked that down. And this sticker is from Coffee Monsters Co. And then, oh, so what the benefits are from work is that even though we go in twice a week, we also get $25 a week for lunch. So some people like to split it like evenly, and they don't have to pay extra. But for me, I don't know. I never really knew about this. Like especially the first week, I didn't even know we get free lunch. So, but they pretty much catered lunch Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday was you had to use your credit. And honestly, I could have maximized it a little more, but I didn't. I just got whatever. Thursday I got Chipotle. So I could have just got more, but since I didn't realize it was only like the set in stone $25, like use it or lose it situation. So it was also my first week. So now I figured out. So if you don't, like for example, since I go in Tuesday, Thursday, for example, June 19th is Juneteenth. It's also a day off for us. Pretty much on Tuesday, I can spend the full $25. So anyway, that is pretty much the benefits of it. So, okay, moving on, I actually went, or pretty much we had catered pizza, or catered lunch, which was pizza, and they were okay. It was cold by the time we ate it, so yeah, that was the unfortunate part, but it is fine as long as it's free lunch, right? Let's see. I kind of want to use the orange. So I did actually go shopping since it was my first day of work, and I actually got to log off technically early, or leave early, once you finish your like exercise. Not exercise in terms of like exercising activity, more of like all the things that we learned that day. We just pretty much had to complete some questions and such. So I actually went to Uniqlo and Swarovski. I ended up buying my mom's Mother's Day present early, so might as well since I was right there. So yep. And then Wednesday I published my April kit lineup, which, let's see. Yeah. April kits. Then I worked from 9 to 6. Oh, and I also met my team for the first time. And what was interesting, so funny, is that I did not realize there was an internal staircase, so I could have gone up and down the staircase. But because I'm so used to my previous job where there was no internal staircase, it was just like the fire escape staircase, or the emergency staircase, I just took the elevator up to the to meet my team instead of taking the stairs, which I didn't realize. So it's fine. I just badged in a few times to the office, so that's okay. Okay, moving on. Let's do purple one. So marked work from 9 to 6, and I'm just using the pencil icons or pencil doodle from the Coffee Monsters Co. until I run out, because I just have a bunch of them and I haven't used them in a long time. And then it was also my old coworker's birthday, so I just marked her birthday out, but I actually did get to see her before she had to leave, so I went to go visit my old coworkers at my old job. So yeah, that was quite funny. And oh, and that day was also the plan sales giveaway for my shop. And for lunch that day we had let's see, oh my goodness, I just remembered what happened this day. Anyway, so we had Parm Italian sandwiches, which was alright. And then I went to go visit my old coworkers. So especially Trish. And pretty much usually I would be able to swipe her in because I have a Metro card that's able to like allow multiple swipes for the day. And pretty much I swiped in and I just totally walked, did my own thing, and then I just totally, and I was like, oh wait, I was with her, so yeah, I had to run back to get her. So it was kind of funny, but that was that. And then on to Thursday, which barely had any things. So Thursday I had Starbucks for breakfast, which, I had, yeah. Did I even mark? Oh, I didn't even mark Wednesday. I don't remember what I had. I think Dunkin' Donuts? No, most likely Starbucks, cause, or no, I know what I had. I had a pineapple bun, I believe, because I wasn't sure what the situation is like with the microwaves and stuff. But I don't think I reheated it. I think by the time I got there, it was still hot, so I just ate it as is. So then after, I marked that at work, and then I had Chipotle for lunch, which, let's see, is the pink one. And my mom actually had a doctor's appointment. This was her follow-up, and by the time you're watching this, it's already been a whole year since her heart surgery, which is crazy to think how time flies really fast. So, and I am very grateful she is here with us. Okay, so after that, after work, I came home and watched FBI Most Wanted in International. And that was Thursday. Oops, I totally, cut that part out. Anyway, on to Friday. I marked down that I had published March 31st to April 6th. And then I actually had to clean up my doggie's mess. He had an accident, and I was so tired. Yeah. Then I had work from 9 to 6. Yeah. And then I had compliance training all day, which let's do this pink. And I did not realize how much stuff I had to mark on Friday. Why didn't I use a day extender? Did I have enough? I feel like I didn't have enough. What the heck? Oh no, I did have enough full boxes. I might. I don't know if the paper will. Nope, it's ripping. I could get my undo, but I'm so lazy. Okay, that wasn't that bad. It's because I already used this girl here, and then to use another girl, because they're all the same, is fine. It's fine. Oh, I don't have enough. Actually, yeah, I don't have enough underlays, but I might steal one for the following week. It's very similar, but very different. Okay, so let's go downwards. Okay, so after that I printed planners, and I didn't have any printer stickers, so I just used the journal stickers to mark that. And then I watched a bunch of TV shows, so let's see. Let's do this one first, which technically I could just space them out a bit more. Ooh. Two, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. So, watched NCIS Origins, The Masked Singer, okay, before I was rudely interrupted by my camera shutting off, I watched The Masked Singer, The Equalizer, Med, Fire, and PD, as well as The Rookie. And that was Friday. On to Saturday. I went to the post office. And actually, so this day I actually had to go to my doctor's because I was still on Medicaid until April 30th. So pretty much my new insurance for work will start, technically it started the first day, but I was still, pretty much I was double insured until April 30th. But Medicaid, I don't have to pay any co-pays or anything. So that was the good part. But once I started my new job after April 30th, I would have to pay a copay if I needed to go see the doctors. So on Saturday, and also I have to pay for prescriptions, and prescriptions cost a lot sometimes. So pretty much if I don't go before April 30th, then I would have to pay for all those things. So pretty much I was emailing my doctor. I was like, because also sometimes I can't even get an appointment like within a week. I have to wait at least 3 weeks until for an appointment, or unless you walk in. But walk-in isn't guaranteed all the time because you have to walk in before a certain time. But luckily this day, for some reason, no one was there, or barely anyone was there, so I didn't have to wait that long. Just one person, and then I was the next person, so which was really good. Anyway, so pretty much before I went to the doctor's, I pretty much ran all the errands I had to run. So I went to drop off packages, your orders, and then I went to Staples for a Amazon return, and then I went to my doctor's appointment, which, let's see, that is a lot of lime green next to each other, but it is what it is. Oh, I could have used the purple, but it's fine. Too late now. So after that, I picked up my prescription, and for some reason, ShopRite Pharmacy I called them and I'm like, did you get my prescription? Or like, just to make sure that they're working on it, or not working on it right away, but that they got it, and I don't have to wait like until I get there, and then they have to call the doctors to make sure. So yeah, but this person like refused to tell me that if they got it or not. They were like, can you call back in an hour? I'm like, no, I need to go there directly from here. Like, I can't call back in an hour. Anyway, by the time I got there, I had to wait 15 minutes. So I was just watching YouTube videos and such. So after that, I went to my dog's doctor's appointment, and Kayon, I've been taking him since February, and I think there was a point where I was just like very like emotional, but I believe that was the following week, but I don't remember anymore, because so many weeks have passed by. So after that, it was also earlier in the day, it was also Pope Francis funeral service, which I kind of like watching like historical events that happened. So this is one historical event. So yeah. Anyway, after that, I watched The Cleaning Lady, and I do need 5 little things. So let me put all my little things down first. Let me choose my stickers wisely. So I watched The Cleaning Lady, then I went to ShopRite with my parents, then we ate Chun's Cafe for dinner, then I watched Will Trent and Grosse Pointe Garden Society. And that was Saturday. On to Sunday. Very simple kind of day, which is good. So I started off my day watching Wild Cards. Then I print and cut stickers. I'm just using the bigger stickers so to take up some space. Then I was about to do that again. Let's do the purple. I was going to use the lime green again, and I was like, nope. So packed orders, and then wow, I watched NCIS Sydney. Let's use a pink and then a lime green. And actually, let's put a deco piece just to take up that space. So NCIS, Sydney, and then Fire Country. And that was my week in full. Slowly catching up. So I totally forgot to show last week leftovers, so these are all the leftover stickers. That's upside down. And yeah, oh my goodness. That was the week in full. Whoops. I hope you guys enjoyed this time with me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!